And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so a day to go till the big one, the Scottish Cup final, Rangers versus Celtic at Hampden in the final game of this season. So important, such an important game that is coming up. I'm not quite looking forward to it just yet. I'm sure the nerves will start to build as I wake up tomorrow morning, but look, here, I'm not that optimistic. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you about the result and that we're going to go on and win it, but that obviously, hopefully, as soon as that first whistle goes, I'll obviously be behind the team, ready to go, and hoping that Rangers can lift this trophy and finish the season on a high. And certainly get that old firm monkey off Philippe Clement's back. I don't distress the importance of him winning against Celtic in a meaningful game going into the next season, because otherwise it's just going to be the talk of the town going into the first old firm game of the season, and unnecessary pressure for this new group of players that we're going to have within the team and just the manager himself. We just need to get that old firm monkey at the back, and winning the Scottish Cup, finishing on a high, could be really good for us. Look, ahead of the clash, we know we've got a lot of injuries. Philippe Clement has already stated that he's keeping his cards close to his chest with regards to some of them, but one of the players that does look like is going to be a major doubt is Ridvan Yilmaz, and it also raises the questions, is just what's going on at our training ground? Why are players just constantly injured? This is something I think the manager has discussed that he wants to try and eradicate going into the summer, but I think it's very important as well, because we've seen a lot of crooks over the years play for Rangers, and Helander, the biggest crook of them all, leaves Rangers and has never been injured since. People were talking about him getting big money moves and stuff like that. So again, it's something that needs to be eradicated in the summer. I mean, Ridvan Yilmaz is still a kid, he's still a baby, and already come off a long-term injury, was in tears at the end of the last game, and is in a doubt for the game and for the final, which is something that needs to be sorted out. That, as well as recruitment this summer, we need to put this injury problems. We've had it now since Steven Gerrard left. Under Gio van Bronckhorst, after the Europa League final, it was absolutely manic. So it might have already stemmed from what we're doing in pre-season and the fitness tests, and that's kind of what Philippe Clement has kind of looked at it as. One of those things that it's a problem that's happening pre-season. They're not strong enough to play over that time. And I did hear reports at the time that Steven Gerrard had a rigorous pre-season and they were very fit, and that's probably what carried us to the Europa League. But following that, when Gio came in, he put more emphasis on the players doing the road stuff, and in the Champions League and all that start of the season, everything capitulated, and we looked at our players were just dropping like flies, and that's continued over the last two seasons. So here's hoping going into the next season, guys. This summer we're going to have a different sort of training regime, and we're going to be a lot more robust, and these injury problems are going to be a thing of the past. I'm putting Philippe Clement to that because he said he's going to sort it out. Of course, going into the summer transfer window, guys, we've been talking a lot about certain players coming in through the door. Of course, 2 days ago, we done-dealed Hefty, and it looks like he's going to be coming in, which is great to hear. Fantastic to hear. A new left-back, and that's a great position to start. Already we're hearing centre-backs potentially coming in as well, but it's going to be a summer of big amounts of change. But having said that, there is players that could equally go out of the door, and today's transfer story is with regards to a player that could potentially leave this summer, as reports this morning have stated one of our rivals and one of our biggest rivals are interested in making a move for him. Yes, Rangers goalkeeper Robbie McCrorie is reportedly a #1 transfer target for Aberdeen this summer. The Rangers stopper, who is 26, is said to be listed among a number of goalkeeping options for incoming Pittodrie manager Jimmy Thleen this summer. Reports claim Rangers are already aware of the interest in McCrorie from Aberdeen. The Pittodrie side are set to add to their goalkeeping ranks in the summer, with Kelly Roos expected to move as a free agent in the summer. The Dutch goalkeeper is out of contract at the end of the campaign, so could move on for nothing, leaving the new manager short in the goalkeeping department. Director of Football Stephen Gunn is reportedly drawing up a list of potential targets alongside the manager ahead of the recruitment drive this summer, and McCrorie is thought to feature on the list at the top, with the goalkeeper keen on first-team football, something that has been limited behind Rangers #1 Jack Butland. McCrorie's brother Ross previously joined Aberdeen from Rangers in 2021. The blueprint for the deal to sign the midfielder could be copied by Aberdeen in a move for his brother this summer. It's claimed Aberdeen will also consider other potential candidates on loan, and also Benjamin Siegrist is another keeper who has reportedly attracted interest from Aberdeen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think it was going to be too much of a problem, but already inside Rangers reports have stated that, Rangers board will allow Robbie to go. They gave him the green light to let him go if there's a substantial offer for Robbie McCrorie. I think he signed a new contract last summer, so there is negotiating terms there, and it's a shame with Robbie because I think he's an absolute fantastic young goalkeeper, and I think he's a goalkeeper that's going to have a really good career in the game. He's 26 years old, still very young, but needs to go out there and play football genuinely. And already with the report stating that we could be going in for Liam Kelly, it kind of is writing on the wall that Rangers probably will let Robbie go going in the summer, because I do think Robbie's been fantastic. In the games that he's played for Rangers going into the back end of last season, I thought he was fantastic. It's just Jack Butland is a lot better than him, and that's just how football works, unfortunately. But if Jack Butland wasn't there, I would be looking at Robbie McCrorie potentially being a new goalkeeper for us. He's never let us down. He's never let Rangers down when he's played, and I think he has a good career or have a good career in the game. And as stated, Aberdeen have him high on their list. But look, at the end of the day, that's great for Aberdeen having him high on the list. But if he didn't meet our transfer, how much we want for the player, then he's going absolutely nowhere. So again, I do think we will probably let him go. At the Rangers board, inside Rangers sources feel that he'll probably go this summer. The player probably wants to go this summer and play football week in and week out in a number one starting position. But at the same time, Rangers do hold the cards with this one, and he's a great young prospect, and we have to get the best possible deal. Whether that be financially, first and foremost, with the transfer fee, but then secondly as well with the sell-on clause, in the contract embedded as one a bit later on as well. So, that's probably something that will happen. And of course, with Liam Kelly now being linked to the football club as a backup option, it probably does feel that will happen. But with Robbie, I'd probably monitor it over the summer. Genuinely, I probably wouldn't make any rash decisions just now, because we know this summer our own goalkeeper, Jack Butland, is going to be subject of interest. And there will be a transfer fee whilst we are in a great place in terms of we don't need to sell because he's contracted for a very, very long time at Rangers. I just feel if there would be a fee, there will be a fee that Rangers will go, yep, that's it. And if that's matched, then we can see him go. And I think, if we sold Robbie before that, then I think that could cause us problems. But we'll see. Hopefully Jack Butland doesn't go. But that's reports this morning stating that Aberdeen have Robbie McCrorie high on their list to join their football club. And it does seem, as inside sources at Rangers, that a green light would be given if a transfer fee is met. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on Robbie McCrorie down there in the comment section below. Also, let me know your thoughts and score predictions for the Cup final down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.